At first, I welcome you to my online class. Hope all of you are very well. I am also well, Alhamdulillah. Hope you are staying at home and maintaining all the health rules, and you are keeping yourself busy with creative activities. This class is basically for the students of class 11 and 12. In the earlier class, I discussed modifier, basically pre-modifiers with examples, and today I am going to discuss post-modifiers with various examples. Hope if you just pay a little bit attention to my class, it will be very helpful to you, and it will make you understand modifier very easily. Okay, now let us start our class. Okay, are you ready? Okay. First of all, I'm going to discuss infinitive phrase. What is infinitive? In the earlier class, I discussed what is infinitive. Infinitive means when you, this structure like 2 plus verb 1 plus 2 plus verb 1. This is the structure of infinitive. 2 plus verb 1. Okay. Suppose if I say my decision to establish a college is appreciated. So see, whenever you use to establish, this is called infinitive. Okay, whenever you use 2 plus verb 1, this is infinitive. But whenever you just make it lengthy, like using few more words, this is called infinitive phrase. So phrase basically is a group of words. Okay, so 2 plus verb 1 plus extra words, this is basically infinitive phrase. Okay, my decision to establish a college, so this one from there to this is called infinitive phrase. But if it is asked you to write infinitive, then you will write this thing, to establish, these two words, this is called infinitive. And whenever you will make it you will just make it a little bit longer, then this is called infinitive phrase. Okay, so there are many examples, there are lots of examples you can make, like you can say my 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 desire to get A plus is successful. Listen, my desire to get A plus. So to get, this is infinitive. But when you make it, when you just make it a little longer, like you use or you place A plus, so this is called infinitive phrase. Okay, so infinitive phrase means 2 plus verb 1. Verb 1 means the base form of verb, the present form of verb, an extra word. This is called infinitive phrase. Is it clear to you? So like this you can make infinitive phrase. An infinitive phrase always used as a post modifier. You see, my decision, this is this after this noun, a decision after this noun, you have used to establish a college. Okay, so to establish a college, this infinitive phrase basically is basically used as a post modifier. Now let us move to another thing, like present participle phrase. We know what is participle. Participle is verb plus ing. So with the present form of verb, you use ing form. This is called participle. But whenever you use extra words, like, so it will be present participle phrase. Do you understand? When you use verb plus ing, verb must be in present form. This is called participle. But when you use extra words, this is basically called present participle phrase. Okay, now let us see some examples. Like, I found the man sleeping on the floor. So you see here, man is a noun. This is a noun. Okay. So sleeping, this is present participle. Sleeping is a present participle. But when you use on the floor, this is a phrase. This is a phrase and it's a present participle phrase. Okay. So present participle, I mentioned earlier that it is basically with the present form of verb, you will use ing. Okay. And whenever you use extra words, it becomes a present participle phrase. So I found the man sleeping on the floor. This is present participle phrase, and it indicates the man, the condition of the man. Okay. So in this way, you can use present participle phrases. Like you can say, I saw the boy. I saw the boy running in the field. Running in the field. So see here, the boy is a noun, and what he is doing? Running in the field. So this is, this one is present participle phrase. But whenever you were asked to use present participle, then you just use an ing form of verb, just an ing form of verb. But whenever you are asked to use present participle phrase, then you will elaborate it, adding some words with the present participle. Okay. Now let us see past participle phrase. The book published in Dhaka is famous. So here, past participle, we know what is past participle. Basically, it is the past participle form of verb, or you can say verb 3. Every verb has 3 forms. Okay, 3 forms: verb 1, verb 2, and verb 3. This is present form, this is past form, and this is past participle form. So whenever you are asked to use past participle, then this is the past participle form of verb. Okay, the book, this is noun, and after this noun I have used published. So this is past participle. Okay, modifier. Past participle acts as a modifier. But whenever you elaborate it, like published in Dhaka, so this becomes a past participle phrase. Okay. So what will be the format of past participle phrase? It will be like past participle form, verb 3 plus extra words. Verb 3 plus extra words. See, verb 3 plus extra words. This is basically the format of past participle phrase. So when you are using the book published in Dhaka is famous. So published in Dhaka, this is an example of past participle phrase. But if you are asked to use past participle, then you use just this word, published. Do you understand? I hope you have understood. Okay, I am going to give you another example. Like, so here you see letter, this is noun. Okay, and written, written, this is the past participle, this is the past participle form of verb. Okay, it acts as a post modifier. But whenever you were asked that you to use past participle phrase, then you will elaborate you by Jamil is clear. So this one is past participle phrase. You should remember that phrase is basically a group of words, having no subject and no finite verb. Okay, so this is an example of past participle phrase. Now let us see prepositional phrase. You see prepositional phrase like preposition plus extra word. So I have written an example of prepositional phrase, and the structure of prepositional phrase is preposition plus extra words. Okay, so you must use preposition and then extra words. Like you can say that the book, the book is the noun, book is noun, and on the table, this one is prepositional phrase. Which book? The book which is placed on the table. So this one is prepositional phrase, and it acts as a post modifier. You see, there are lots of examples. Okay, whenever you were asked to use post modifier as a prepositional phrase, then first of all you will use prepositions, then you will use extra words. You can say, I'm giving you another examples like the students in the class are meritorious. Okay, the students, students, this is noun. Which students in the class? So the students in the class are meritorious. This is the main clause. The students are meritorious. And which students in the class? So this is example. This is an example of prepositional phrase. Okay, I hope you have understood what is prepositional phrase. You have, first of all, you have to use preposition. Then you will make it a lengthy. You will lengthen by using extra words. Now let us say relative clause. So how relative clause can be used as a post modifier. Okay. In the earlier class I discussed what is clause. Clause, clause is basically part of a sentence. It's part of a sentence having a subject and a finite verb. Okay. So relative clause can be used as a post modifier. I'm going to give you some examples like so this is noun. The boy is my brother. This is the main clause. The boy is my brother. So whenever you are asked to use a relative clause, then you have to make a relative clause by using a subject. Sometimes you may not use subject. You just use the relative pronoun, and you can use a finite verb. So who came here yesterday? This is our relative clause. It acted as a subject. This is a finite verb. And these are extra words. So relative clause always acts as a post modifier. So you can, whenever you are asked to use relative clause, you can make the you can use in this way. Okay. I'm going to give you another example like you see the book, this is a noun, which was printed in 1971. This is an example of relative clause. Which book, which was printed in 1971, is famous. So main clause is the book is famous. This is the principal clause. Okay, and you make another clause, the subordinate clause by using a relative pronoun. Okay, so in this way you can use relative clause, and it is said that in some examinations you are asked to use relative clause. Now let us see a positive. In the earlier class I discussed a positive. Okay, today I am going to show you some examples of a positive. A positive, in the earlier class I told you that whenever you use as like I'm going to give an example. It will be very easy to you. Like Mr. Rana, businessman, or teacher, is a good person. I met Mr. Rana, a good person. Okay, so a positive always acts as a post modifier. Mr. Rana is a good person. This is the main clause. Okay, who is Rana? He is a teacher. This is these words or this word gives extra information about the subject, about the earlier noun. Okay, so whenever you use whenever after noun you use a word or group of words which gives extra information about the earlier one, this is called basically a positive. Okay, so this appositive is basically used after the subject. Okay, you can use after the object also, like I met Mr. Rana. Who is Mr. Rana? A good person. So this is extra information about Rana. So I have used after this object a modifier. This is called a positive. So a positive can be used after the subject or after the object. Okay, it may be noun or it may be pronoun. Okay, so I hope that in every examination you are must asked to use a positive. Okay, a positive, it can be on person or place, or anything. It can be in person or place, or event, or any information, like this. Nazrul, good, famous poet or renowned poet. So Nazrul dash is a famous poet or renowned poet or popular poet or national poet. So who is Nazrul? You have to give information about him. So you can use appropriate words or word to give extra information about Nazrul. So you can say rebel poet, okay, a popular poet or a renowned poet. Like this, you can make this a positive. Okay, so it may be on person or it may be on place. Like it may be like the suppose New Market is always is a public place. So New Market this is a place. You can use an a positive, which will be, it must be, very suitable. It must be very suitable. So New Market, you can say situated in near Nilkhet, situated near Nilkhet, or you can say a popular, a crowded place. Okay, like this you can use a positive. Okay, so a positive, you can use a positive like on event also, like you can say 1971, the liberation war is a remarkable incident in the history of Bangladesh. So liberation war. What is liberation war? So it's you can use an appositive indicating what is liberation war, or what is the significance of this liberation war. It's a remarkable incident in the history of Bangladesh. So you can use an appositive, appropriate appositive. Okay. So you can say took place in 1971. Okay, is a remarkable incident in the history of Bangladesh. So I hope that you have paid much attention to the class, and modifier becomes very easy to you. If you face any problem on modifier, in the next class you will just inform me, or you can comments on the class. Okay, I will try to solve your problem. So I hope that if you just take the text and follow the examples, and if you solve the previous questions, you may face some problems at first, but gradually you will overcome these problems. And hope all of you will stay well. Until then, you will wait for the next class, and I thank all of my learners for your attention. Thank you very much.